everybody, and welcome to How to Lie. My name is Tatiana, and today, like every day, I'll be bringing you a journal entry from my journal. I have written these pages way in advance, so whatever I read, I just feel like it's meant to be, and that's what I'm supposed to talk about today. And I'll intertwine my experience, and then we'll move forward from there. So here it is. Today's journal entry is journal entry number 13. Number 13, 13. So journal entry number 13 says, riding a bike defines the energy you put into moving forward. You push on the pedals in order to bring you to a place where you are allowed to just simply let go while still going in the desired direction. Today, free yourself from your worries. You are going in the right direction. Free yourself from your worries because you are going in the right direction. So that quote that I wrote, not sure what was happening that day that I wrote it, but I know what's happening now that I can relate to it. So here it is. When I first learned how to ride a bike, and I love riding bikes. Riding bikes is one of my favorite things, and I was a tomboy, and I still have a tomboy person residing inside of me. So here it is. Riding a bike, when I first learned how to ride a bike, I could recall the person that was teaching me how to ride the bike holding on to the back of the bike, and my whole wish and thought was, I need your security. I need the security because I need to know, that's the only way that I won't feel my fear. And so I just wish that that person wouldn't let go, and I'll still be pedaling on the bike and going in my right direction. But my fear was to tumble, to get hurt, to scratch up myself, and that is a lot of things that keep us back. So fear keeps us back because we fear being hurt, and the reality of it is none of us could steer away from being hurt. None of us. None of us have a vaccination that we can take that could keep us away from getting hurt, because we will be hurt, because it is a part of living this life. So my fear was getting hurt. So when they finally let go, I was so shocked, and it was miraculous that I stood on there for what seemed like 5 minutes, but it was actually probably 2 seconds, right? And I was like, oh my God, I did 2 seconds, and it was like, yeah, do it again, do it again. And inside I was saying, do it again, but I still had the fear of tumbling and falling and getting hurt and scratching, as if this mark wouldn't go away that I would get, as if this cut couldn't be, a Band-Aid couldn't be put on it, or it couldn't heal. Not a Band-Aid, but it couldn't heal. But everything is healful. You can heal anything as long as you give the attention to it as it needs. So today, my thought pattern is, what do you choose, faith or fear? What do you choose, faith or fear? So when we say messages like everything happens for a reason, some of you believe that. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and some of you don't. Some of you don't because you had things happen and you questioning why it's happening and why did it happen and why would somebody want you to feel this type of pain. But you're supposed to feel the pain, and you're supposed to feel hurt so that you can get to see more of who you are self. So when I say, do you choose faith or do you choose fear? It's like choosing the ego or choosing self, or choosing to be unique or choosing just to fit in with everybody else. Do you see that? Fear or faith. So what I want you to do is, every time you run into a situation that may be fearful, ask yourself, is your reaction, rather you're saying something or doing something, is it based out of fear or is it based out of faith? And more recently, I had to learn that whole thing too. So if somebody's not calling me and I need to conclude certain things and I need to find things and I need a closure, and closure will not happen, all that is to happen is understanding, because you didn't close it. I said this in my last video, but here it is. So I'm given the opportunity now to choose fear or faith. And choosing fear means that I'm choosing to stay relevant in this situation and asking questions and calling and remaining there And so that is fearful. That is fearful because the fear is that I may not be a part of your life anymore. And that is the fear. So, but if I choose faith, I choose to say, you know what? I understand the perspective. I understand what is currently going on. And I believe that if everything is happening for a reason, because don't just say you believe everything is happening for a reason because something good has happened, right? But believe it even when something bad is happening, because intertwined into it is something that is great that's going to happen for you, to elevate you to a different level of who you are, of self-acceptance. And so if I chose the faith, I choose to say, you know what? I don't need to continue this argument or this digging of trying to find out why it is that this is all happening. I just believe that it'll all connect the dots to the bigger picture. And whatever that bigger picture is, and whatever is presented, I have to be willing and able to take that. And so whenever you're going to make a decision and you're in a fearful place, and the fear is because you feel that, you know, it's a loss. If you feel that losing somebody is a loss already, then you lost them already. If you fear losing somebody, then you lost them already. I mean, and it's natural as humans for us to feel that way, but what's not natural is for you to stay in that feeling, to marinate in that feeling, and then begin to eat it up through your senses, through all your five senses, and that's not what this experience was meant for. The things, and it's so wonderful to be learning a lot of things. So every time you get in a situation where you're in a fearful situation because you fear being hurt, ask yourself, are you replying or reacting based on fear or based on faith? One is the ego, one is the self. One is uniqueness, one is fitting in, and the other one is uniqueness. So, what do we need to do? What do we need to do to eliminate fear and to gain faith, right? So here's what we need to do. You need to gain confidence. You need to know that what's happening is happening for a reason, and you need to know that everything is for the betterment for you. Everything that's happening to you is actually happening for you. Take that concept. Everything that is happening to you is happening for you. The next thing on the list, number 2. So number 1 is gaining confidence. Number 2 is trust the process. Trust the process. You know, it's hard to lean back because you love so much, and it's hard to lean back. But trust the process. Trust the process. Number 3 is face your fears. Face them. How do you face the fears? Decide that you're going to go with faith instead of fear. Decide that you're going to go with the self, the true self, instead of the ego. Make that decision. Decide that you're going to let the uniqueness of you come out instead of just doing or being a cynic or cynical, right? Number 4, change your thought process. Change your thought process. Believe that your thoughts are narrators to your life. So change your thought process. Yes, everybody may have said, this is what he's doing, this is what she's doing, because everybody has their own story that interconnects with the idea of being a cynic. But you can't believe in miracles or impossible or possibility through the impossible if that's the way that you're going to think. So change your thought process. And number 5, last one, of course I'm reading off my thing. Last one is eliminate toxic people and behavior. How do you know that people are toxic? How do you know? This is the measurement. When people are toxic in your life, you will feel that you're stagnated. You have not grown. So here it is. You don't feel that people are toxic because you're so used to it. People become your default. That's who you go to. Situations become your default. That's who you go to because it's comfortable, it's complacent, it's not challenging you. But here's where it's at. Toxic people, and that doesn't mean that the person is a bad person, but the situation is toxic. You and that person, chemistry is toxic. And how do you know that? It's because all you have to do is look at your growth. Have you grown or evolved with this person? Have you? Have you grown or evolved with that person? And what I mean by growth and evolve, it's internally. Have you grown and evolved? And then it starts to show up externally. Oh my God, all of a sudden all these doors are opening up for me. Were they opening up when you were with this person? And sometimes a good person could be in your life, but they're just not good for you. So have you grown and evolved with this person around you? Might it be a friend, might it be a family member, might it be a partner, a lover, whatever it is, have you grown? And that's how you know it's toxic. So there are five. Number one, gain confidence. Number two, trust the process. Number three, face your fears. Choose faith over fears. Number four, change your thought process. The way you think, you invite people into your life from the thoughts that you have gotten. If you're thinking that you need to prosper, you're going to see all types of people coming into your life that is going to help you prosper. If you're thinking that, oh my God, I keep repeating the same thing, I get the short end of the stick, guess what? You're going to get the short people coming into your life giving you the short end of the stick. And then number five is eliminate toxic people. And again, toxic people and toxic behavior does not mean that the person is not a good person. It just means that that person chemistry is not good for you, and you don't see yourself growing, and you see yourself stagnated. And all you have to do is think, when that person's around, are the doors opening for me? Or am I so stuck on what we need to do to grow that I'm not growing? So, thank you for watching. And again, let me read my journal page, journal entry for you one more time. It's journal entry number 13. And it says, riding a bike defines the energy you put into moving forward. You push on the pedals in order to bring you to a place where you are allowed just to simply let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Sometimes holding on to something, you don't really know if you have it. Let it go. Trust me, I'm there right now, having to let go of certain things so I can see if it is true. And if it's not, it's just not. And if it is, it just is. But either one should bring you to a place where you're not marinating in the experience, but more in the lesson. And none of it, although it's hurtful, but none of it was bad, because all that is being done to you is being done for you. So let me go on, and it says where you can let go while still going in the desired direction. Just because you let go doesn't mean that you're not going to continue to go on in the desired direction. Go in your desired direction. And just today and every day from this point on, free yourself from your worries. Because you can't have faith and worry. You can't pray and worry, because that just doesn't go together. You have to have faith and take away the worries, because what is meant to happen will happen, and everything happens for a reason. Because you and me, we all going in the right direction. We just got to keep going. Thank you for listening to me. Again, my name is Tatiana. See you again tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and subscribe to my channel. It's How, H-O-W, the number 2, LYE, L-Y-E. It's my booming consulting company that stands for Love Yourself Enough. Thank you for watching.